Hi, I'm Todd with Medicare Gurus. Today we're talking about metrics that matter. As always, my job is to make you a successful insurance agent, and I want to cut through all of the nonsense about metrics because there's only two metrics that matter. That's policies issued and persistency on those policies. If you want to build a long-term career in insurance, if you want long-term residual income and you want a career you can count on, the only thing that matters is how many policies you've gotten issued and how long they stay on the books. So everything you should do should focus on that. So you focus on getting policies, keeping them. So at Medicare Gurus, we talk about, I don't want to just make a sale. I want to have a lifetime customer. I want to make a friendship that lasts for life. And hopefully we're working now on how to get multiple generation customers. It's a whole different thinking than a lot of agencies that sit there and wonder, how many calls did you make? How much time did you have on each call? All of these different things that may or may not support the metrics that matter. So how do I look at things like time on phone, time per call, all of that? I only look at those as indicators of behavior that can lead to one or the other. And I'll give you an example that comes in. We have a lot of people working in big organizations, corporate organizations, who are coming to work with us to have a career as a Medicare guru. One thing I see all the time is that they're getting judged on the amount of calls that they make in a day, or the amount of time on those calls. And unfortunately, they're saying that time should be short. Well, that's good if you have a monopoly, if you have an energy company that has a monopoly in a certain area, then yeah, of course, you can, you're just checking a box by having a telecenter where people can talk to. So yeah, you want to just, have people on the phone as short as possible because that means less people to handle the inbound calls of your monopoly. But if you're trying to build an insurance agency, you're trying to be a pillar of your community and make something happen, then it's not about how quick can I get off the phone, because you're not going to make a friend. You're not going to make someone, you're not going to be able to wow someone to where they'll never want to talk to another insurance agent again for you. At Medicare Gurus, we've developed a lot of very successful insurance agents and launched a lot of successful insurance agencies and agent careers. And the way we do that is a lot different than all the thinking that I just talked about. We actually look to extend the time on the phone with customers, because when I talk to a customer, I first tell them, and this came from me being in the field starting in 1997, and actually 1995 with my father, but I would tell a customer, and I teach my agents to tell a customer at the beginning of the conversation, I want to be the best insurance agent you've ever seen. And at the end of our time together, I'm going to ask you if I am. And if I am, I want you to be able to feel comfortable telling your friends, your family, people you go to church with, people you play golf with, people in your community, your relatives. I want you to tell them about me, because I'm here to build a career taking care of people. So if I'm not the best insurance agent you've ever had, don't tell anybody. You don't have to tell anyone about me. You don't even have to buy a policy. We don't ever have to talk again. But my job is to be the best insurance agent you ever had. Now, that way of thinking, that line of thinking is, I want to be on the phone with them as long as possible to perform as long as possible, because not only am I going to make that sale and get that front commission, but I want to have that customer for life. And yes, I do want to get those referrals. If you have referrals from warm customers, after a short period of time, you'll never have to prospect again. And that only happens if you do it correctly, if you take your time and do it. So I see all these people coming into me and they're like, I was told I have to get off the phone in a certain amount of time. I got to make sales quick. Such short-sighted thinking. And if it's even possible to connect with someone to get them to take action, in Medicare, it's a lot of times an AEP, you could squeeze them, but they're just going to change next year because you didn't do the things to keep them liking you. You didn't perform for them. You didn't show them that you have better value than anyone else. And that's what you need to do. So taking your time, slowing down in order to speed up. You will make, in the end, you'll actually make more sales. I mean, you can sell 20 a week by taking an hour and a half to 2 hours per customer. And that's what we teach. So remember that. Now, what happens if I go to an agent and, he got 20 sales a week, 15 sales a week. I say, hey, how are you feeling? You feeling good? He's going to say, yeah, I'm feeling good. Look at my sales. I'm getting high quality sales. They're all getting issued. I got good numbers on the board. Well, what do I need to do? What metrics matter when I'm talking to that guy? The same one. He got these policies issued. I will ask him, hey, are you doing the proper techniques? Are you doing the things that bond with the customer and make them like you? Are you letting them know that we're the only agency they'll ever need? Are you telling them that we want their friends and family here and we'll treat them well too? Are you doing all the things right beyond just getting the policies sold and issued? And then I'll look at their time for calling. If I see it around 45 minutes or something like that per sale, I'm not going to be happy about that because it's impossible to do a good job, enroll people on the phone, and do all the things to make that customer stick over the lifetime by just getting in and out as soon as you can. So I'm going to look for longer on the sales. I'm looking for a longer call duration because I know over a long period of time, and as a career happens, that's going to give me more customers, it's going to give me more referrals, and it's going to wrap a bubble around that customer where they're like, man, the next person who calls, that bar is going to be set so high because of the emotional feelings they got from what I did for them. That bar is going to be up here, and that next guy who's coming in and transactional, like, hey, I can get you this for that, they're just not, even if it's good, they're just not going to feel it because what it takes for them to buy insurance from someone has been raised so high that you did it. Those are some stick techniques. Those are some ways to keep that second and most important metric of client persistency going. So no matter what everyone looks at, no matter what everyone talks about, how many dials you make, time on the phone, this ratio, that ratio, all of that. If it's not feeding the metrics that matter, which is sales and persistency, doesn't matter. Again, what I'll do, to clarify one more time, what I'll do when I am coaching an agent, if beyond those two metrics, I'll look at lots of other metrics, and there's lots of those, but those are hints. I actually go through activity logs and see when they clicked what and when they changed one status to another on the CRM. I go through all kinds of things to figure out, just to get a picture of what this guy's activities are, because in the end, there's certain activities that an agent does day in and day out, and those breed certain results. Any of that, I don't want to make the mistake, which is what all the big organizations are doing, and most people who've never been in this game, they've never sold, they never had to manage their time as a salesperson. They look at these metrics in order to manage someone, and then they tell them to change their behavior to satisfy a certain metric, and then the whole thing falls out from under them. Remember, take your time with your clients. Do all it can to wow them, impress them, win them over for life. The only metrics that matter are policies you've issued and how long they stay with you. I'm Brandon Todd. If you are looking for a career in insurance and you want training like this, or you want to be a part of something special, go to MedicareGurus.com/agent or follow me on any social media or YouTube, and I'll look forward to getting to know you soon. There's a million ways to follow. Stay in touch. God bless.